Hey, this is Coffee Politics, and yeah, that's right. Today we'll be talking about why cheating in a relationship could be okay. But before we start the video, I just want to briefly say to please be a member to my Patreon and also donate to my PayPal as I'm a very small and up and coming channel. I'm planning to make a ton of content in the future and so every dollar helps in growing my channel. So to start, I think it is important to first ask why cheating is even bad in the first place. Now this may seem like a very simple question, however, it is a lot more complicated than it seems. The Merriam-Webster definition says that cheating is when you break a promise made to a spouse by having sex with somebody else. Now obviously this is only a basic definition since many people also consider simply dating, flirting, sexually touching, and kissing someone else to be cheating, and so it is hard to truly figure out since it is usually only an implicit agreement. However, why are these things even socially considered to be a big deal? And why is it usually an implicit promise in a relationship? No one really tells you or informs you more about this, and it is just assumed that cheating is bad because it strongly hurts your partner's feelings. And so I want to go over this in this video. Now I just want to say that I do believe that a consequence of cheating is that your partner's feelings will greatly get hurt. And to be honest, this is a very fair point, and a good reason to not cheat. I do indeed value not damaging someone emotionally. However, I don't think this alone is enough to consider cheating to be a bad action in some cases. And I even believe that the reason why cheating is wrong has more to do with just the emotions involved under most circumstances as well. Now, in order to show this, I want to show you what I believe to be the 4 types of cheating. The first type is cheating and then immediately breaking up with your partner. This could be anything as finding out if someone else is romantically interested in you and then breaking up with your partner immediately afterwards because you prefer that other person. Or it can go up to having sex with someone and then breaking up with your partner afterwards. Essentially, if you cheat and then break up with your partner immediately afterwards, then I believe this to be the first type of cheating, and I also believe that this is the only type of cheating that is defensible. I will go on to fully explain why later on. The second type is having one-night stands very frequently or briefly flirting with someone while still maintaining a relationship with your partner. Now this one is more complicated because the chances of getting caught is very low since you're not creating a long-time relationship with someone. However, I will say that this is where things start to get bad, because this is where you start to keep some type of lie to your partner. And again, even if the chances of getting caught is low, it could end up breaking trust if caught. Also, sleeping with someone even infrequently could lead you to getting STD, which could end up infecting your partner. And even if you wear protection, your partner could end up getting herpes. A somewhat positive thing about this type of cheating is that if your partner does find out, it doesn't necessarily mean the end for the relationship, especially if it was just some flirting. And the relationship does have some potential being rebuilt to how it was before, though this is where I wouldn't recommend this type of cheating because the potential of this happening is low, and it is very dependent on the type of partner you have. Also, you run the risk of the person you are flirting or having a one-night stand with to fall in love with you, which can make things a lot more complicated and lead to the third type of cheating. The third type of cheating is getting into a relationship with someone else or frequently having sex with either the same person or multiple people. Now, this type of cheating is really bad for several reasons. First, this obviously requires a ton of lies and deception to keep up. And no matter how good you are at hiding it, it would most likely get you caught since it is almost impossible to keep this up over a long period of time. Also, the chances of giving your partner an STD is very high. And lastly, the chances of your partner forgiving you after finding out you did this type of cheating is very low. And even if your partner might forgive you, it usually can never repair the relationship to how it was before. Finally, the fourth type of cheating, and definitely the worst, is essentially doing the third type of cheating, except you generally do not care at all about your partner. Meaning, if it takes manipulating or abusing a partner in order to succeed in cheating, you will do so. Now I know this sounds like something only a psychopath would do, but this type of cheating can be done by a person who may just be very self-unaware or narcissistic. So my problem with cheating is that everybody tends to treat cheating as if it is the fourth type. Cheating for the most part is bad, however, just because you have done it does not necessarily mean you have no care for your partner. Now the thing about this type of cheating is that even though there is still a chance of a partner forgiving the person that has done this, I believe that no one should pursue the relationship any further if they notice their partner ever committing this. Because since a partner that is willing to commit this type of cheating truly does not care about their partner, they are always going to repeat this. This is also why I believe this to be the most dangerous type of cheating, because even though most of the other types might require some type of manipulation or gaslighting, this for sure will result in a blatant one and can lead to the victim to never have any sort of trust in a relationship again. So basically in short, this is fine. This is man, I mean it's not really the worst thing in the world, but you shouldn't do it at the same time. This is where things start to get really bad. and this is basically the danger zone. Now let's talk about why the first type of cheating is defensible. And the reason why this is the case is because if you take the time to step back and really think about what is the wrong that is being done, you realize that there isn't really anything you can argue to say why the first type of cheating is even morally wrong. And what I mean by morally wrong, by the way, is that it is not necessarily unacceptable to do this. To show this, we're going to have to enter a hypothetical. Now bear with me for a little while, as I believe it may be worth it to help understand why the first type of cheating is not morally wrong. So let's imagine two scenarios where this person is named John, this person is named Mary, and this person is named Brittany. John and Mary are in a relationship, however, John is also interested in Brittany. Now let's imagine in scenario 1 where John cheats on Mary and John immediately breaks up with Mary afterwards. Assuming that John told Mary everything, what harm has truly been done? Well, let's think about this. John hasn't had to keep up a lie because the relationship is almost immediately over, meaning that there has been no keeping up a lie to begin with. Well, maybe it is wrong because John betrayed Mary in some way? Maybe, but I will say that it would still not be a harm that would mean you should not do it. The reason for this is because if we look at the second scenario where John instead breaks up with Mary and then pursues Brittany, and also assuming that John told Mary the reasoning for the breakup, this is usually deemed as a fine thing to do and does not count as cheating, even though I'm sure that Mary may feel extremely hurt by this action. Well then, you can argue that Mary would feel worse in the first scenario rather than the second scenario, since in the second scenario, she at least wasn't in the relationship when John pursued Brittany. And to which I have to ask why. Why is breaking up with your partner first and pursuing the other person deemed to be a morally okay thing to do, when in that scenario, the person still feels like shit? My point is that both outcomes are similar, both people are no longer in a relationship, and so Mary feels bad because their partner left them for someone else. Of course, this type of cheating might require a lie or two, however, is that truly the end-all be-all? Does lying in a relationship automatically make you a bad person? I wouldn't say so. Also, do you honestly feel like Mary's big problem with John after the breakup will be that they may have lied? No. Mary's big problem would obviously be because John liked Brittany to the point of John leaving Mary. Now, if we look at the possible benefits of the first type, is that for one, there is no risk of sexually transmitted disease because obviously, once a person cheated, they would have immediately broke up with their partner. And also, second, there is no long-term form of lying like the other types. Now, a question you may ask is, why would a person want to do this? Well, the reason why is that even though it may be morally equivalent in both scenarios, I believe there is some benefits for someone to do this type of cheating. Going back to the hypothetical, let's say that John does not know if Brittany likes him back or not. Then this would be the opportunity for John to find out by doing some possible flirting or straight up just asking Brittany. If Brittany does not like John back, then John could still keep the relationship with Mary. Again, one could say what if Mary finds out about this whole ordeal? Indeed, Mary would be hurt. However, I do not think that Mary would be any more hurt than if John broke off the relationship before John interacts with Mary. Again, in both cases, John prefers Brittany more than Mary, and he is willing to break off the relationship because of it. So Mary has no true reason to feel worse about either situation. The only real difference is that one situation is considered cheating, while the other isn't. And so since both situations are morally equivalent, I would argue that the cheating scenario is a safer and better situation for John. I mean, think of it. If John stays in a relationship and Brittany does not like John back, then John still has a relationship with Mary. However, if he does not stay in a relationship and is rejected by Brittany, then he now has no relationship and is left with a rejection. And so if you think about it this way, why wouldn't John cheat? I would argue that it makes sense for John to cheat. So, if there is a right way of cheating, why does no one talk about this? Why do people demonize all forms of cheating? Well, to tell you the truth, most people do not truly understand what cheating even is. And this isn't even their own fault. Nobody ever tells you why you shouldn't cheat. People just tell you not to cheat. And since not cheating is implicit in most relationships, a lot of partners are left confused on what cheating truly is. Is watching porn cheating? Is hanging out with your ex cheating? Is light flirting cheating? Is being raped cheating? I've met people who consider all of these actions to be cheating. However, there is no social agreement on if this is cheating or not. And I believe we as a society need to have a conversation about this and really think about what cheating truly is. The BBC actually wrote a really good article on this, and they found that about 70% of people have not even discussed with their partner what counts as cheating. This is a staggering and worrying percentage. BBC also found through their research that 75% of men and 68% of women have cheated in the past. And even though this is the highest rate and the lowest rate is 14%, only 5% of partners truly believe that their own partner have cheated in the past. This shows that despite cheating being at least common in relationships, most people do not discuss the possibility of cheating because they think that it can never happen to them. which again is very worrying because most people do not even know what their partner would truly count as cheating. So why are people not talking about the topic of cheating? Well, it could be anywhere from casual ignorance, like again, my partner would never cheat on me, to maybe one or both of the people in the relationships might end up feeling guilty about the topic since they understand that they themselves have the potential of cheating. And honestly, in this society, if you do think that you have the capacity to cheat, why would you tell your partner? A lot of the times, this could be a relationship ender, which I don't think it should ever be the case. Taking the time to talk about what might cause you to cheat and ways to go around it are all good ways to avoid it. And I hope we as a society create an environment where it is okay to talk about why people cheat and what counts as cheating, as this is very important. We also need to create an environment with an understanding that even though cheating can be bad under most circumstances, it is still a pretty common thing in a relationship, and we need to stop shaming people for even thinking about it. Anyways, that's the end of the video. If you disagree with anything that I've said in this video, please leave a comment on your disagreement. And even if you agree, please leave a comment on this video and share your experience as well. I truly enjoy reading every one of your comments as they are very informative. Please leave a like and subscribe to the video as I'm planning to post more exciting content like this one in the future, where you the viewer have a chance to debate me and tell me why I'm wrong. Also, if you enjoyed this video, then please watch my previous video called Why Destiny is a Terrorist.
I am, whatever that means, Nazi. You realize it's a legit Nazi dog whistle? No! It's not a Nazi dog whistle. It's just a Nazi phrase, okay? I want to move past the dog whistle. I want to go down to lower frequency so you can all hear me.
Lastly, don't forget to share this video because I believe it is very valuable for people to start having this discussion. Thanks for watching the video and see you next time.